Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the last installment of the Meditative Mobility series for the knee and ankle. So just a few movements in these, but they're also very important. The whole body is important. The whole kinetic chain is important. So without further ado, let's get right into it. You can do this standing up or seated down, or seated, up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the positions of the ankle, from pointing the toe, flexing it up, rotating it basically outwards and inwards. And that's the four basic movements of the ankle. So to flex, we're going to push down, and to extend, we're going to come up. And what I mean by that is I'm flexing the foot, I'm extending the foot. That's where I'm thinking from, right? I'm flexing the ankle this way, or extending the ankle, I guess we could say, and flexing the ankle back. So breathing in, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the ankle first. So we're going to push the ankle down, and then we're going to curl our toes under. And then we're going to pull our toes up, and then we're going to curl, we're going to pull our ankle in, and then we're going to try to pull with our toes. And you may not see a big difference there, but to me it's important to understand that those two are not, they're interconnected only when we want to make them interconnected. We got to know that they are a bit of a separate piece. So we can go forwards and backwards. Next, we can go inwards, right? And we can go outwards. And you'll notice outwards is not a really big movement, right? It's just a small movement out where I'm flexing this part of my leg. And then, of course, here I'm flexing the inner part of my ankle, right? Or just above the ankle. So out and in. Really focusing on moving from my ankle as I do this. All right? So once we've got both ways, side to side, then we add rotation. So point, we can start in a point, coming around, flexing the side, coming up, flexing the front of our ankle, rotating out, pointing the toe back to the same position. So 2 to 3 rotations to the right, and then we can come around, flexing the toe, coming around and down. And again, working on that rotation of the ankle. It might not be perfect right away. The ankle is an area where most of us don't really move that well. And we don't think about moving from it very often. So it might be sticky at first. And that's completely fine. I mean, you are wherever you are. But please be aware, be deliberate with your movement, with your breath, and to continue to practice as your body will adapt in any which way or form it does. But it cannot adapt without your awareness to it. Or it can, but you to understand and to know that is life. A part of it, at least. So once you've got those rotations down, then the next thing we're going to move into is focusing on the ankle in a more, a squatting and standing position. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on we'll focus on the left leg, but I'm going to put a majority of the weight here on this right leg, especially if I'm new to this. If I've done this before, then maybe I can start to apply a bit more pressure on this left. But for now, I want you to kind of waver on the side of caution. So what we're going to do is you're just going to invert your foot like this, and then you're going to keep doing that as you bend the knee. Okay? And you're going to feel some pressure maybe in the knee a little bit, nothing crazy. In the ankle, of course. You're going to be flexing the side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to extend the knee, but you're still going to flex the ankle. And then you're going to pull the ankle back to neutral. So again, I'll show you. Flexing the ankle in. Bending the knee, keep flexing the ankle. Go to a certain point that feels comfortable. Extend the knee, but keep the foot in. And then release. So again, that's going to be inwards, and then outwards, you're going to do the same thing. So we're going to open the ankle up. Now it's important when we open the ankle that you keep the majority of the pressure like kind of on the full part. You're going to want to kind of put most of the pressure on the heel. It's very important that you kind of load that mid-foot to even the baby toe. Okay, that way you get a full stretch, because truth be told, we're going to probably want to favor this. But if we never really actually work and stimulate the areas of the front of the ankle, we're missing a big chunk of the exercise. So from here, I'm going to load that foot first, keeping the leg straight, evening it out, and then I'm just going to keep flexing that ankle outwards as I bend my knee. Okay, I feel a pretty big stretch here. So I'm going to extend the knee, and then I'm going to pull my ankle back in. So evenly distributed, pulling my ankle out, still pulling my ankle out, but bending the knee, and then I'm extending it and pulling it in. So once you've done in and out, you're going to apply those to a more of a squat variation. So you're going to flex the ankles in, draw the knees together, you're going to bring those knees forward, and then from here, without the heels coming off too much, you want to start pushing the knees out, opening the ankles, and then bring the knees back out, keeping the ankles out, and then back to the center. So again, you would do 2 to 3 inwards, and then open the ankles, woo, bend the knees. Once you start to feel a pretty big stretch, we're going to start coming in, flexing the ankles in, bringing the knees together, and then extending the knees and rotating again, both ways. All right? Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on flexion and extension of the ankle now, okay? So, what you're going to do is you're actually going to get on your big toe here. So you'll notice I'm leaning the majority of the weight over my big toe, right, and I'm curling my toe under. This is very important. There's something called a toe point like this, and if you don't have the flexibility in that toe and in that ankle here, you're going to be very limited by how much you can extend that ankle, and extend through that, which is a very important part, this, for those that are runners, this would also very much enhance, to get rid of some of this friction that's sitting on that shin bone. So what we're going to do is we're going to load that toe, and we're going to squat down, loading the majority of the weight on my right leg, keeping the load kind of on that toe knuckle, or the big toe knuckle, and then we're going to stand up, pushing the ankle forward. And now you'll notice here I'm limited. I'm not able to extend the knee. So what I want to do is I want to come up on my right foot and then be able to extend the ankle forward. And basically I'm trying to draw a straight line to my ankle, my toe, my ankle, and my knee joint. Okay, and even up into my hip. I feel a large stretch in the front there. And then I'm going to come back down again, pushing everything forward, coming up on that toe, and feeling a nice big stretch. So after I've done that, I'm going to move into another variation, so the flexion. So from here, I'm going to make sure my leg is straight, not turned out. Okay, so not like this, but straight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start bending this right knee. I'm going to feel a bit of a stretch come through this ankle joint. And I'm going to try to keep pushing that heel down to the floor as I bend and pretty much bring my butt to my heel. From this position, I'm going to push forward. So I'm actually going to grab my toes, push my knee forward, and this is where it gets really good. I'm going to pull my heel back to the floor, and I'm going to try to stand up and straighten that right knee. Okay, and you're going to feel a pretty big stretch in the foot. So again, bend the knee. Make sure the heel stays on. Once it starts to come off, that's fine. It's normal. Still push the heel into the ground the best that you can. Sitting on the heel. Then you can start drawing it forward with the toes, pulling it back and pushing down on that big toe, trying to get the heel to touch down as soon as we possibly can before we extend back up to the standing position. So both flexion and extension here of the ankle, and then we have these ones. Applying those two are really powerful. This can really help many things, squatting, just even walking, really opening up that joint is really going to be important for you. So thank you so much for watching this video series, guys, this meditative mobility series. I can honestly say that moving your body in this manner can really help free the chains or the obstructions that are in the joint and that are in the mind, and to help just, be able to breathe better, be able to breathe life into every breath that you breathe, and to notice that. And that's what meditation is all about. It's about noticing and having awareness. And through this practice, you're going to develop more awareness to not only just your body, but also your mind when it wants to run or wants to think about something else. This is just a noticing. And you are so blessed that you get to notice this, because without that noticement, you can't make that change. And for me, life is an awareness practice. I get to become more aware of my surroundings, more aware of my mind, more aware of my body, more aware of, the things outside of me and the things inside of me. It's such a beautiful practice to just become more aware. And that's what I hope you get and develop in this practice, in this meditative mobility series, so that you can expand yourself as a human and grow and enjoy the process, all the ups and downs, and all the aches and pains sometimes, but nothing too crazy. And may bless you. Thank you so much. I hope to hear from you about the Meditative Mobility series. Any comments, suggestions? I know these videos aren't hardcore proper or anything, but that's not the point. The point of these are to get them out there, inform you, and allow you to practice them, and that's what's most important to me. So thank you so much again, and I hope to see you in my presence, and we get to meet eyes